Hello, everyone. My name is Rodin Nagar from Sir Kalpin Erlanga's Ethical Hacking class of Semester 2 2021. And today I will explain how to use the RainbowCrack application specifically for Windows. All right. So the first thing to do is obviously to download the application, and we could do that here in project-rainbowcrack.com slash index.html. The one I downloaded personally was this one because that's the one I use for my operating system is Windows 10, and then that's just the most recent version of it, and that's how it works. You can get this one, and then you could use like GPUs to accelerate the computing process, but then it only works with purchase tables, so we just keep that in mind. So yeah, first of all, you just download it, and then how does Rainbow Crack actually work? So first of all, it'll generate like what would we call the rainbow table, and then you can see here just basically in Wikipedia because it's really complex. Basically, it tries to brute force all the data set, and then if you have like a hash, then it'll try to predict. It'll try to find the matching hashes based on the brute force, and then it'll get uh, it's a more efficient way of brute forcing, but then it'll take a long time and what's it called, and a lot of computing power to do. So now that we know what a basic means of a rainbow table is, let's go to here, which is what we will get. Let me just delete this because that was from a previous set. So this is what we'll get from downloading Rainbow Crack, and this is actually everything that we need. Yes. Now that we have everything that we need in here, to make it simple, then first of all, we have to generate the rainbow table because it'll try to use that rainbow table as a means of predicting what the answers will be in the end, right? So then we'll just generate a quick rainbow table here. As you can see here, this is the command for it. You first have to open your command prompt into the directory that we want to use, and then this is the command right here that I have prepared. First of all, it's rtgen, which means rainbow table generators. As you can see here, that's the application you want to use, and then md5, which is the algorithm that we want to try to crack. Make sure we know what algorithm that we want to crack because different algorithms, and it'll give out different hashes. So just make sure you know that. And then the next one is like the character set. I set it to lower alphanumeric, which is like the lowercase and then the numeric numbers. But it is according to the char set that you have put in here, which means here, as you can see, my lower alphanumeric, I actually changed to ABC0123. Why is that? It's just to make this video faster. Otherwise, the key generation might just take forever. Like I tried it earlier and it actually takes a long time. So then to make this video faster, I'll just make it simple and it's just ABC0123. Obviously, it's not a very strong password, but it won't generate very strong passwords. But it's what we have. So the next parameter that we have is 1, which is the minimum length of the hashes. Not of the hash, of the plain text. And then 4, which is the maximum length of the plain text. And then 1 is the reduction value. The higher it is, the more skips we do on unlikely combinations. What those unlikely combinations are not privy to me, but basically you want to keep this low if you want to make it as accurate as possible. But if you want to make it faster, then you can make this value higher. The next is like the chain length, which is like the length of chains that we generate, and then this is the number of chains that we're generating. So like the higher these two numbers are, the more combinations that we're trying to get. So if you want to get everything, then you want to keep these two numbers very high, but obviously it'll take a lot of computing power, and we probably don't have the time for that in this video. So the next one is like the 0 here, which is just the index, which is not that important to be honest. So we'll just quickly generate this. And as you can see here, we're generating an MD5 rainbow table with plain text length size of 1 to 4 with reduced offset of 0 to 1, 0 to 1. And then the total plain text that we got is actually 2,800. So that's the number of combinations that we have. And then if you can see here, it quickly generates this. But to actually use this then we actually have to use rt sort right here, which means to quickly do that, we just let rt sort dot and then it'll immediately sort out this data here. Now we can actually use it in an actual system. So we'll just double click this, our crack GUI, and then you can see the GUI here. So to make it simple, we'll just add hashes here, and then I'll just use an quick online hash generator here, and then BA1. Remember we used the MD5 earlier, so then we want to copy this one, and then we'll just move it here. And if we want another one, let's say I don't know, BC23, because we have that in the list. So we have this, and wow, another one of that. Okay, and then we'll have, I don't know, AC01. Then we just copy that again. And then maybe we'll just have an A, for example. We don't know exactly, right? So these are the hashes that we know, and obviously from the hashes alone, we can't really predict what the plain text is. So then we'll go with the rainbow tables that we generated earlier. We just select the rainbow table we want to use. Technically, we can use the directory. So like if you have multiple rainbow tables that we want to use, then you can do that. And then maybe you could use the groups if you want to, with proper configuration, of course. But yes, you just go with the rainbow tables and then select it. And then bam, it will immediately give you the plain text right here and the plain text in hex. Obviously, this is really fast because I made it super short and made it so that we don't have to waste much time on processing itself. But you can see the details here and how long it would take, how long performance per second. So it also depends on your computer how long this would take and how long the plain text is. So if you want to be more accurate and like if it's on a more robust system with like all the ASCII numbers involved, then you could just change this character set to something more robust and then add the number of chains and the chain length. If you notice here, give me a sec. If you want to do those, then you can actually see the table sizes would be much, much larger. If you can see the minimum size is 27, and then like the largest one's like 690 gigabytes. And I don't really think we have the time to sort through 690 gigabytes of pure data, and then it's not even the processing. So you can see in this website that it's actually super long. But for this, we just made it short, and then very simple. You just search rainbow you just add the hashes and then search rainbow tables, and then it'll work. So the three steps that you have to do is first generate a rainbow table, and after generation, then you sort out the rainbow table. Make sure you remember to sort it out because it doesn't actually work if you don't sort it out. And then you just add the hashes into the RainbowCrack, and then you just use rainbow table and then search rainbow table that you want to use, or directory if you want to find it. Thank you for coming, and I hope this is useful for everyone that wants to watch.